Yo, we're back with some more Epic Pod. This right here is finally Epic High is here. The album review, the album reaction. This is the first track off of Epic High is here. This is called Lesson 0. Now, I have heard 2 tracks off of Epic High is here. If you guys want to check those out, I've heard Rosario and I've heard Acceptance Speech. If you guys want to check those out, you can check them out down below in the description. I have a link there with all of my Epic High reactions. So make sure you go check that out, man, because there's a bunch of Epic High tracks that I've learned so far that I am a big fan of. Now, the latest thing that I've done from Epic High are all of the lessons, and I feel like they were really well done. There was a lot of songs that I felt like were well put together, great lyrics, a great message, and a bunch of great questions. So this is lesson 0. Now I'm wondering why he went back to 0. Like, why did he start at lesson 1, but now he wants to make a lesson 0? He, as in Tablo. I don't know. Is Epic High in this track, or is it just Tablo? I don't know. We're about to hop into this, but first I gotta say, what's good, CriTiCer? Click, click. Epic High lesson donut hole. Let's go, man. Let's dive. Come on, bro. Break my brain. I'm ready. That's a cool looking tree. I gotta admit.
Things can change in the pouring rain. Follow the shadows, see it down. Half the light can fade away. Face your shadow.
I'll find the lyrics after this.
You follow it. You follow it.
I'm thinking of Kanye right now so far.
Half the light can fade away. You face your shadow, then you follow it.
They teach you to heed the word of a God who has never spoken, to fear breaking the law when it's already broken, that to feel is to be weak, to suppress emotion, so no one sees you at a heart till your chest is open. They got you hating who you are, to sell you pills and fiction, reaching for the stars when you were born up there with them, addicted to the news, views, superstitions, to keep the visionaries glued to their televisions. They want...
Whoa, hold up, because when I heard about Tablo having his own subtitles to this track right here, I was thinking it was subtitles that were in English. Nah, there's subtitles that are in Korean. So it's for the Koreans to understand. He actually has a verse that's in English. Interesting. I want to know what the hook was about, but I'll find that out afterwards. So right now I'm just going to focus on the English lyrics that I can actually hear and focus on. So let's check this out.
Never spoken, to fear breaking the law. Heed the word of a God who has never spoken, to fear breaking the law when it's already broken, that to feel is to be weak, to suppress emotion, so no one sees you at a heart till your chest is open. They got you hating who you are, to sell you pills and fiction, reaching for the stars when you were born up there with them, addicted to the news.
Ooh. He's like, bro, you're a star already and you don't even know it. Okay, let's keep it going.
To sell you pills and fiction, reaching for the stars when you were born up there with them, addicted to the news, views, superstitions, to keep the visionaries glued to their televisions. They want you busy stepping to the right side of history, to keep you from the inside of history. Give everyone a voice, but leash them with the mic cord. Feed you things to fight about instead of things to fight for. Teach you everything you want, but nothing you need. That everything's got a price and nothing is free. They'll turn everything to nothing, then make you believe that everything is under control and there's nothing to see. No more lessons.
Bro, he is dissing the media right now, letting the media know that you guys aren't always right. And the visionaries are always glued to the television trying to think of what's right. But sometimes the television isn't always right.
You're busy stepping to the right side of history to keep you from the inside of history. Give everyone a voice, but leash them with the mic cord. Feed you things to fight about instead of things to fight for. Teach you everything you want, but nothing you need. That everything's got a price and nothing is free. They'll turn everything to nothing, then make you believe that everything is under control and there's nothing to see. No more lessons, please take me back to zero. No more teachers, no more prophets, no more heroes. No more lessons, please. Now I see the question to all answers will only bring me to my knees and back to zero.
That's it. So in the hook, it reads, things can change in the pouring rain. From the shadows, see it towering, half the light can fade away. Face your shadow, then you follow it. So your shadow, probably as in your shadow, as in Carl Jung theory, your shadow, your alter ego that you don't really know, your subconscious. You follow it, you follow it. Half the light can fade away. Face your shadow, then you follow it. Sometimes these religious beliefs, they hold such a high standard for morals and such a high standard for, certain things that every human is going to feel. Like the fact that you can't have sex before marriage and stuff like that. So some people take this really serious, and it makes them feel like shit. In the end, sometimes it makes them resort to drug abuse, like getting on pills. Reaching for the stars when you were born up with them. He's trying to tell y'all that you guys are not these low peasants. Just because someone has talent in singing or talent in some sort of entertainment doesn't mean that they're 100% better than you. They feel like because they have this talent that they are just lesser than them, and it makes them feel bad. It makes them feel like, wow, I'm not an important person and I can never be an important person. So I should just do drugs and just do something that is going to pass the time and make me feel good, because I can never be this great person. They see all the love that somebody gets from singing or just some sort of entertainment, and they feel like, oh man, I don't get that type of love, so I'm blessed, I'm lesser than them. And it's just an illusion, man. If you had enough attention yourself, you would realize that a lot of people out there like you and would love you. Some people don't realize that they're normal. Some people don't realize that people would be friends with them. It's just the clout. If you knew everybody in the world, you'd realize that you probably have 1 billion friends out there. It's just the fact that you're so confined and nobody really knows who you are. And that makes you feel like nobody likes you. I like how he talks about sometimes the media leads you on. It makes you fight about things. And sometimes you need to fight about things that the media isn't talking about. And I like how at the end of the verse he says, now I see the question to all answers will only bring me to my knees and back to zero. Because that is what he said throughout all of these other lessons, is that genius is the question to all answers and not the answer to all questions. So what he's actually saying here is that if you're always questioning things, you're always going to feel like there's no progression. Everything is questionable. I love how Tablo feels like it's very intelligent to feel like you don't know much. Okay, so moving along, this next track is called Based on a True Story, featuring Heiz, something like that. Hopefully I said that right. I had 2 shots there, so if I didn't say that right, it wasn't going to get better on the 3rd shot, I promise you that. Keep it going.
울어야 할지 웃어야 할지 몰라 고개만 끄덕 끄덕거리고 있다. 이 모든 게 내 얘기 같아.
With the piano.
저 화면 속에서 울고 있는 너 다 내 맘 같아.
Ooh, the piano.
시울이 불 꺼져.
TV를 껐다 또 켜고 채널을 계속 돌려도 마음 아픈 장면만 보이고 라디오를 잠시 틀어도 나 같은 사연만 들리고 새벽은 어느덧 오고 눈 감아 또 네가 보여. 상실은 날 이기적인 놈 만드네. 내 작은 공허 채우겠다고 타인의 감정 갈취해 맘에 담고 마는 게 내게 아닌 쓸쓸함과 외로움을 맘과 입에 담아 내 얘기 같다며 공감을 해. 실은 겁이 나 온전히 내 거인 뭘 느낄까봐 삐쳐나온 감정 한 가닥도 싹 두 칸올만 당겨져도 나라는 이 실타래가.
Hold up, bro. These freaking lyrics are moving really quick.
실은 겁이 나 온전히 내 거인 뭘 느낄까봐 삐쳐나온 감정 한 가닥도 한 가닥도 싹 두 칸올만 당겨져도 나라는 이 실타래가 전부 풀릴까봐.
괜찮다 가도 가끔 귀를 스쳐가는 가사 한마디에 맘이 무너지곤 해. 되돌릴 수가 없다면 더 망가지는 게 약이 될까 싶어 쓴 기억을 먹어치우네. 셀 수 없이 본 대사마저 외운 이별 장면에 밤새 눈물 쏟아내고 비워낼 만큼 언젠가는 채워질까. 너의 빈자리 메워줄 슬픔을 쫓아겠소.
내 얘기 저 노래 속에서 울고 있는 너 다 내 맘 같아. 눈시울이 불 꺼져.
난 이제서야 보여 화면 속 널려있는 비극이 꿈마다 하늘만함 새겨놓은 신음이 세상 단아처럼 가슴 아파서 내 맘 좀 알아달라고 소리내는 거였어. 결국 이별 앞에서 무심했던 나도 무너져 내리잖아. 우리 인연은 끝나도 모든 것에 네가 보이니까 도망치는 날 자꾸만 붙잡으니까
싫다. 저게 말이 되냐며 비웃던 전개와 뻔한 대사들이 내 맘에.
What does banal mean, my guy? Lacking in originality as to be obvious and boring.
날 자꾸만 붙잡으니까
싫다. 저게 말이 되냐며 비웃던 전개와 뻔한 대사들이 내 맘에 콕콕 박히는 게 세상 어디에도 없는 운명 같은 일들 그 기만에 속고 싶다는 게 내가 정신이 나간 감정이입되는 나 눈가가 촉촉해지곤 해. 울 힘도 없는 나 대신 우는구나. 내가 보고 듣고 느끼는 게 전부 다
내 얘기 같아.
Yo, what is violin?
속에서 울고 있는 너 다 내 맘 같아. 눈시울이 불 꺼져.
TV를 껐다 또 켜고 채널을 계속 돌려도 마음 아픈 장면만 보이고 라디오를 잠시 틀어도 나 같은 사연만 들리고 새벽은 어느덧 오고 눈 감아 또 네가 보여.
울어야 할지 웃어야 할지 몰라. 고개만 끄고 끄덕거리고 있다.
Vocals, man. Oof. I felt the emotion there on the last couple of notes. So this song's about a heartbreak. I like it. I like how on the hook they're talking about how they hear a song that makes them think about their heartbreak, which is pretty cool because that's pretty much what's happening in this song. I really enjoy the piano. I don't know if they're using a violin for the other instrument or not, but this beat right here is really well done for the vibe that they're trying to portray and to talk about being heartbroken.
저 거울 속에서 울고 있는 너 다 내 맘 같아. 눈시울이 불 꺼져.
So in the hook, they're talking about how all I see are stories of heartbreak, whether that's on the TV or whether that's things that I hear on the radio. It's like everything I hear or see is relating to me and my story and me being heartbroken.
Which I've felt that before. I know what they're saying.
울어야 할지 웃어야 할지 몰라 고개만 끄고 끄덕거리고 있다.
Shout out to her, bro. I thought her vocals on this were great. Is it Heize? However you pronounce your name. I highly appreciate your vocals. Well done. So the next track would be Acceptance Speech. We've already done that. So moving on, the next track would be Laika. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Featuring Kim Sewell. And hopefully I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
I'll get to the lyrics afterwards. Or piano. Probably another sad vibe. More heartbreak, right? Maybe.
남는 건 사진뿐 내 인생이 남길 만하길 바래 got no time to take them Still been off visa and cheese 사진 첩 대신 채워진 또 한 장의 앨범 yeah. 시상식은 불참 정중히 거절하겠어 내 성적은 투어 돌고 남은 내 가득 찬 여권도전들이 말해 참 잘했어 I'm proud of myself, proud of myself Making my 10th full length on my daughter's 10th Got her arms around my neck, no chains, this gold none of y'all can flex 폰은 내려놔, no more cameras 온 힘을 다해 살고 눈을 감을 때마다 미소 하나 건지는 걸 이게 real, 인생 샷 주는 법
다 그렇지 뭐 이래도
No drums.
지랄 저래도 또 지랄 바람잘 날 없네 사는 게 뭐 이러면 어때 저러면 또 어때 심심할 틈은 없네
Yeah.
I'm gonna be okay I'm gonna be okay
Ooh, that piano is fire.
우리 너무 많은 걸 기억하려 하고 관심을
Mithras.
갖네 시간 지나 사진 첩에 쌓인 게 추억보다 후회로 가득할 걸 알게 눈이 아닌 맘에 행복을 담네 손에 잡히는 것들은 결국 세월의 손 타고 나면 누기 쓰는 것들 사랑받고 사랑한 시간만이 유일해 날 가져도 아름다운 장면들 무대 위에서 바라본 조명보다 빛나는 수천 개의 눈동자 막을 내리며 서로의 몸에 기대 긴장을 풀며 던지는 농담 무대 나루의 시작과 끝에 내 미소는 쉼표 같은 존재 너랑 필터 거쳐갈 때 평범한 내 일상도 화보가 돼
Alright, I already know there were some bars in here. ready.
이래도 지랄 저래도 또 지랄 바람잘 날 없네 사는 게 뭐 이러면 어때 저러면 또 어때 심심할 틈은 없네
Ooh. Seems like the song's about life or heartbreak.
But we'll check it out right now. Let's see. If you guys want to find some dope Epik High translations, you guys gotta check out this Tumblr right here, epichightrans.tumblr.com. I'll have a link down below in the description for you guys to check out. So in Tablo's first verse, he talks about how life moves fast. And then Tablo talks about how award ceremonies don't really show how great of an artist he is. It's more about, to him, the chock full of passport stamps that he has after every tour. So he's saying that he feels success from his tours rather than from award ceremonies. And then he goes on to talk about how he loves his daughter and how his daughter's arms around his neck are kind of like a chain, but he's like, no chain, this gold none of y'all can flex. And then at the end of the verse, Tablo talks about how he lives with all his might. Like he tries to live in the moment as hard as he can. And every time he closes his eyes, he saves a smile. So this is how you take a picture take a real picture to last a lifetime. So he's saying he tries to live in the moment so he can save these memories that will last a lifetime. And then in the hook, Kim So-wal, hopefully I'm saying that right. If I'm not, please destroy me in the comments down below. She says, it is what it is. Talk shit about this. Talk shit about that too. Never a peaceful day. So what if life turns out like this or like that too? At least it doesn't get boring. I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. See, now I was thinking when I heard this beat that it wasn't necessarily sad. It felt like it was one of those beats that were telling you that everything's gonna be okay. And that's exactly what they're talking about in this song. That everything's gonna be great. Tablo is talking about how grateful he is for his daughter and how grateful he is to go on tour. And now in the hook, she's talking about how everything's gonna be okay and that life could be different, but I accept what life is and what life is right now. Then after the first verse, it seems like Mithras is talking about being in love, but then he talks about how he loves the fans so much and how the fans give him love. He looks on from the stage and there's thousands of eyes shining brighter than stage lights. The curtain falls. Leaning on each other, we relax and crack jokes at the beginning and end of a weary day. Your smile is like a pause when passing through the filter that is you. Even my ordinary life turns into a pictorial. So he talks about how much he loves the fans and how the fans make him feel great. But at the same time, he's talking about how he's in love with someone. This person gives him life and makes him feel alive. So then the hook repeats, except for the part where Kim So-wal says, I'm gonna be okay. So it seems like this song is about being grateful. Tablo's being grateful for all of his fans and being able to go on tour and his daughter. And Mithras being grateful for this love that he has and the fans. Alright, so this next song we have is called In Self-Defense. It's featuring Woo, Nuxel, and Changmo. Okay? So let's get it going.
얘들아, 나 그냥 나 뉴욕에 일주일만 갔다 올게. 가사 좀 써야 돼.
Okay. Okay, sounds like it's gonna be some boom bap. All right, let's get it.
착하게 살기가 더럽게 어려워. 둘러보면 죄다 군전 아니면 걸어. Everybody wanna be for that bread. 위와 아래 그 중간에 껴 몸이 버거워. 특히 좀 봐야 다들 살만나지 않소. 먹잇감이 내 업인데 what can I do? 밥그릇 뺏기 전에 말 잘 들어야 해. 똥개 취급하고 웬 승종을 바래. 알 권리 덕분에 하늘가는 지라시와 때려지는 버거리. 미세먼지는 무슨 위험 서울 하늘 가득하니 땡굴 연기지. 완전 정식이 눈만 뜨면 빡쳐. 그만 좀 마셔. 왜 자꾸 싸움 붙이고 지랄이야. Leave me alone, fucker.
Yeah.
Look at the window. Bro, rock down the button to end up.
Oh, this one's gonna be lyrical, I can tell.
미니선이 오천 당방에 이거 들었대 그 재미나 고대용들 사는 세상이 유튜브한 게임만이 달라 대가리 박아 이런 말 drop 우주 the fuck man 여섯만 왜 해서 못 도는 날새 away hey that 그저 밑줄
I hear that beat.
time piece king Nipsey hustle you are just a bitch I don't know that.
스트레스 받는 건 내 손에 욕을 바꿔 그게 내 속에 식사에 절지 저분의 수단 안 가리지 먹어 테이블째 hey hey 여기 대표체 빨간 물사방에 눈 뒤집어 까고 덤벼들어 내 고개 죽겠다고 요 덤벼라 Scarface 받은 건 받은 대로 갚아줘 받은 대로 말해 너 처음 안줘 웃기만 했더니 우스원 니네 윈니 털어버려 원수의 원수같이 날 좋아한다니 오늘 뭐 간다 해주려 뭐뭐 전에 들어 마지막 거에 성사 나 좀 냅두라니까
죄다 미쳐 날 뛰고 있어 남의 고통에 눈먼 놈인 척 꼭 찔러봐야 속에 편의 사회 전반에 걸린 고질병 늘 소통은 직진 원하지도 않는 호통 가르침 듣다 보니 제시할 듯해 난 마스크를 쨌지 두렵지 내가 뱉는 어깨침 사회 첫거리보다 두고 싶어 부정적인 수고를 나 너나 똑같은 거지 고통만 남겨준다는 점이 겨울바람에 낙엽 떨어지듯 계속 바닥이나 쳐버려 나도 깃들 때처럼 삭혀버려 어둠조차도 해가 되길 바래 내 몸이
I feel like Mithras went off in this one.
속상해 지내 편이 없던 거는 개의치 않은지 이사 와서 내 판세로 많은 앞에 I'm away the neck 구독 꼭 눌렀을 때 브리오니 스토리 엄마 돈으로 사시기를 백 수시적 굳던 시절 이전 새끼 비싼 옷 입고 깜지는 새끼 지금 그때처럼 매도 새끼 이상한 말이 몰라 나만은 fucking not a hero 비서울이 고번 날 새끼 히로에게 또 속여 날 새끼 래퍼라면서 번업은 팬핑 새끼들은 너는 뭐야 이 새끼들은 말해 어쩌고 simple respect bitch 가이 쇼카니 무대 매거진 난 오늘 해본 것들 하나 빼고 다 해봤지 존나 별의 좋은 기회들을 다 내본 내 손도 없는 돈에 너도 그저 본 것만은 돈 페리 영어 짜지 않는 touch like a believe 강북대 강남이지 가려봐 누가 진짜 어리시지 나는 게 이제 족까지 해서 마케팅
I swear to God
Ah.
I have to kill again for an eye classic after classic this is number 10 name a fucking rapper we ain't influenced it's Epik if I'm guilty it was all in self-defense
Ah. That one was very dark tone. I was feeling that one. I really hope there's some lyrical shit going on in this one. So in the beginning, Tablo says, I'm going to New York just for a week. I need to write some lyrics. It's hard to be a good person. When I look around, it's all castles or the gutter. Everybody want to beef for that bread. Sandwich between top and bottom. I'm out of energy. So he's like, bruh, everybody want to beef just for clout, just for bread. He's like, man, I'm not about that. I'm just trying to be me and make some money. And then after Tablo's talking about how he's sick of all this beefing going on, like he's not about that. He's talking about how, in quotes, he's like, don't want to lose this turf war. Listen carefully to what I say. Then he's like, you treat me like a bitch and expect obedience? Aha, the right to know. The right to know. Thanks to that, we got tabloids breeding like rabbits and flocks of fuckery. Micah dust my ass. Is he talking about somebody specifically? Like, did somebody try to beef with Tablo and he was like, bro, I'm not gonna listen to you. You kidding me? Like, you're trying to beef with me and you expect me to listen to you. I don't know if he's talking about someone specifically. If you know, please let me know down below in the comments. My guy sounds like he's responding to somebody. And then after that, Tablo's like, leave me alone, bro. The only reason you guys are targeting me is because I have clout. Like, just leave me alone, bro. I'm just trying to be me. You guys are trying to diss me for clout. And it's annoying. Whoa. So, woo. Are you dissing Nipsey Hussle, bro? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. You were just a bitch. Did he call him a bitch? That's what it seemed like. He called him a bitch or something. I don't know. But, I like what he was talking about before that. He was saying, like, after lockdown, you were talking more shit. Is he talking about someone specifically, too? If you guys know any of this tea, let me know down below in the comments, because I'd love to know some more of this tea. It's weird because it's like, rest in peace to King Nipsey Hussle. You are just a B. I don't know that. I'm confused. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. You're a bitch. But I don't know that. I don't know what that really means. Like, do you like Nipsey? Do you not like Nipsey? I don't know, man.
Hustle, you are just a bitch. I don't know that.
스트레스 받는 건 내 손에 욕을 바꿔 그게 내 속에 식사에 절지 저분의 수단 안 가리지 뭐가 테이블째 Hey hey 여기 대표체 빨간 불사방에 눈 뒤집어 까고 덤벼드는 내 고개 죽겠다고 요 덤벼라 Scarface 받은 건 받은 대로 갚아줘 받은 대로 말해 너 처만 줘 웃기만 했더니 우스원니 네 윈니 털어버려 원수의 원수까지 나날 좋아한다니 오늘 뭐 간다에 들려 뭐뭐 전에 들어 마지막 거에 성사나 좀 냅두라니까
Alright, so it seems like GSouls is dissing the haters also. He said, yo, come on, I'm Scarface, eye for an eye, I pay it all back. So if you mess with me, it's eye for an eye, which means whatever you do bad to me, I'm gonna return the favor and do exactly that to you. Then he talks about knocking off your upper teeth, even the enemies of my enemies. All like me, you say, tell me I can't make it today. Tell your mama, pick up the phone, it's my last atonement. So he's like, bro, just quit messing with me. Anybody that wants to mess with me, bro, it's over. It's over with. I'm freaking Thanos. And then after him, we got Mithras. Let's check it.
전에 들어 마지막 거에 성사나 좀 냅두라니까 씨발놈아.
죄다 미쳐
He's
나
flowing.
뛰고
Mithras.
있어 남의 고통에 눈먼 놈인 척꼭 찔러봐야 속에 편의 사회 전반에 걸린 고질병 내 소통은 직진 원하지도 않는 호통 가르침 듣다 보니 제식할 듯해 난 마스크를 찢지 두렵지 내가 뱉는 어깨침 사회적 거리보다 두고 싶어 부정적인 수벌놈들과의 거리 바이러스나 너나 똑같은 거지 고통만 남겨준다는 점이 겨울바람에 낙엽 떨어지듯 계속 바닥이나 쳐버려 나독이 틀 때처럼 섞여버려 어둠조차도 해가 되길 바래 내 온몸이 불타도
Ooh. So Mithras talking about freaking coronavirus in his bars. He says, I ripped my mask open, afraid of my dry coughs, huh? Rather than social distancing, want to distance myself from these pessimistic fucks. No difference between you and the virus, cause you only leave behind pain. Bars, bro. Mithras always bringing the bars, guys. Like leaves falling from the winter winds just keep hitting rock bottom. Like the break of dawn, I swallow even the darkness. I hope to become the sun, even setting my entire body on fire. Ugh. So he's saying he's not fazed by the negativity. He swallows that, he eats that, and he keeps going. And he's comparing himself to the sun, like how the sun, you know, swallows the darkness. The sun creates light in the universe. So he's like, I'm like the sun. I swallow darkness. I hope to become like the sun, even setting my entire body on fire. So I think he's trying to say like he works really hard to become this person that swallows the darkness, that swallows the negativity, that even becomes the light for other people to look up to and feel inspiration from. But even before that, Mithras talking about some important stuff, talking about how everybody is blind to other people's pain and only feeling relieved after nipping at other people's pain because it makes them feel better when they think that, oh, somebody else has a problem. I don't have that problem, so I'm better than that person. Sometimes people want to give out these scoldings and lessons that nobody asked for. Like sometimes people hold themselves higher than other people and try to give this advice, which personally I feel like it's okay to give out advice. But if you're giving out advice and you feel like you're better than a bunch of other people, that's not coming from a good place. That's coming from an arrogant place. And it just seems like telling people to follow you. But if you're a person just giving advice and you know that you're not a perfect person and you're just trying to tell people the lessons that you've learned throughout your life, I don't think that makes you a bad person. I just think that you're trying to be insightful. So next we got Changmo.
So next we got Changmo. Let's check him out.
나독이 틀 때처럼 섞여버려 어둠조차도 해가 되길 바래 내 온몸이 불타도
답답해 딱딱하니나 답답해 홀리여까지 와서 거리 살아나게 심지어 와서 나의 상상 이상해 지내 편에 없던 거는 개의치 않은지 이사 와서 내 판세로 마른 앞에 가면 왜 이리 내 구독 꼭 눌러 진짜 브리오니 스토리 엄마 돈으로 사시기를 배 시작부터 시절 이전 색
The way that the beat changed with them freaking dark tones, the din, din, and then they just threw that electric guitar in there. That was sick.
판세로 마른 앞에 가면 왜 이리 내 구독 꼭 눌러 진짜 브리오니 스토리 엄마 돈으로 사시기를 배 시작부터 시절 이전 새끼 비싼 옷 입고 값지는 새끼 지고부터처럼 매도 새끼 상은 말이 가는 걸라 난 말을 fucking 하는 hero 비서우리고 원할 새끼 hero 뒤에 또 숙여날 새끼 랩보다면서 번호번 패핑 새끼들은 너는 뭐야 이 새끼들은 말해 어쩌고 simple respect bitch 가이 촉한 이 무대 매거진 난 오늘 해본 것들 하나 빼고 다 해봤지 존나 필요해 좋은 기회들이 다 내보내 손들어부터는 너도 그저 본 것만은 돈 페리 영어 짜지 나는 다 like I believe 강북대 강남이지 가려봐 누가 진짜 아리스지 나는 게 이제 족까지 해서 가마케팅
I swear to God I didn't wanna have to kill again For a night Classic after classic This is number 10 Yeah, sticky drug Name of rapper We ain't influencing Epik If I'm guilty It was all in self-defense
Yo! Yes! Bro!
From Tablo's outro, the Changmo's verse was fire. I don't even know what this guy is, but Changmo freaking killed this, bro. From the flow to how it sonically sounds to the lyrics, my guys. The lyrics here are freaking fire. Changmo saying that he became even more famous than he ever imagined that he would ever be. And then he's talking about how he doesn't care if anybody's on his side, if anybody is protecting him or feeling like he's on the right. Then he said he moved to the front of his enemy's forces, like talking about how his enemies just want to come for him because he's getting clout and people are getting jealous. He said they bought suits with mommy's money, bash on them with my riches, fucker who forgot his hungry youth, fucker who screws around in pricey clothes, fucker in the middle like J. Cole's hit In the Middle is a track by J. Cole. The world says to choose one. I say fuck you. I'm a hero, the fucker to save soul. Hero, the fucker to transfuse money into his blood. Calling yourselves rappers, but fashion tells by profession. Who are you fuckers? These fuckers say something seen. Blah, respect, bitch, cash. Fuck that. Your stage in the magazine. I've done everything you've done except one. Kissing hella ass to earn good opportunities. Fuckers around my age with zero personality. Guess you've seen some stuff. When you pop Dom, I don't know how to say that. I pop Ladju, I don't even know how to say that. It's Gang Buck versus Gang Nam. Look into it. Who's the real artist? It's me. So fuck your artist marketing now. The bars. The freaking attitude. I'm loving the attitude, bro. Changmo saying he's never kissed ass to get some attention. He's saying he's always done himself and people loved him for him being himself. And y'all are worried about your pricey clothes. Y'all are worried about all these other things that he's not worried about. Love Changmo's verse, to Tablo's outro. This whole song is dope. The instrumental's dope. Everything about this track is dope. I'm really into this one. So this one's called In Self-Defense because it seems like they're all dissing back to somebody. I don't know who Tablo's talking about. I don't know who's talking about. I don't know who GSouls talking about. But bro, it seems like every single one of these guys have somebody to talk shit to. Dope ass track though. Next track we got is True Crime featuring Miso. Let's check this out. I've noticed that it seems like Epik High, they like slower tracks. A lot of the times. I've heard a lot of slower tracks by Epik High.
You're my 너에게 세상이 준 이름들은 너를 부정해 집착 중독과 금기 너란 문제적 나를 선동하는 bullshit Don't care what they say 넌 죽어있던 내 심장을 뛰게 해 사방이 좁을 때 넌 내가 주먹 풀고 펜을 쥐게 해 맘 가는 곳에 있는 것이 사랑이지 그게 어디든 낙엽길이든 전나지 덮인 거리든 하늘 땅 그 어느 곳에 법을 어기든 Love is love 사랑을 등진 세상을 등진 사랑을 어찌 이해하리 몸살이는 거짓 순결보다 우리가 온몸으로 쓴 외설이 내겐 시 한마디
Even if I'm left alone on the pavement thinking back on what it was I'd open up my chest for your entertainment I'll do anything for us I'll do anything It's only us 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 It's only us
나도 환영한 적 없는 나인걸 환영받지 못해도 돼 죄다 결백한 척하기 바쁜 세상인 걸 뭘 해도 죄 우리 위로와 이해 찬양갈채 대신 비난과 벌 받을 때 우리 괴롭히던 시선과 편견을 전부 다 뒤로 하고 Baby let's just drive away 안개와 아픔뿐인 midnight 별빛 하나 없는 밤이지만 대신 눈을 떠 앞을 가리키는 headlight 낙원일지 지옥행일지도 모르지만 길을 잃어도 도착지가 너면 alright
All night our demons on our tail got a bag full of cash in the trunk
영원 따위는 바라지도 않아 have all I want 지금 알아 내일은 없어
머리조차 잡히지 않는 게 그게 사랑이라면
Epik High loves a woman in the hook. And this sounds dope. I like this hook. No matter what, it's usually dope. Bob, I like it. Yeah. Okay. All right, let's run this back and let's catch all these bars. I really like the slow vibe, how the bass was very constant with it. And the hook was really good. The beat drop, this is pretty good, man. This is a nice, chill vibe. He's got the BMW, the Beamer.
You're my 너에게 세상이 준 이름들은 너를 부정해 집착 중독과 금기 너란 문제착 나를 선동하는 부시.
How can a world that has turned its back on love comprehend love that has turned its back on the world? The obscenities we write with all our hearts are true poetry to me. I think Tablo is talking to his fans in this verse. He's talking about how much he loves the fans and how much he could never, ever turn his back on his fans, and how his fans make him clench a pen instead of a fist, and love is love, be it a road covered in leaves or CD flyers. So he's saying he took the road that was less traveled, which was being a Korean rapper. It seems like he's saying that he's gonna love his fans no matter what, but he might also just be talking about a love that he has, just a regular love instead of about the fans. Now see, when she says I'll do anything for us, it seems like she's talking about the fans, us, as in I'll do anything for us, like Tablo singing it, I'll do anything for me and the fans, like who do anything to make the fans happy. But he might also just be talking about a regular love, a regular romantic love that he has. It seems like Mithras is already taking shots at cancel culture, but in the beginning he's talking about how he's never accepted himself. I never welcomed who I am, so I don't need your welcome. I don't need these Fairweather fans welcome. Like I don't care for what they think. You know, I don't even welcome myself. Everybody wants to act innocent but blame everybody else and act like everybody else is guilty. That's basically cancel culture. Cancel culture is kind of strange because there are people involved in cancel culture trying to cancel others that aren't perfect people themselves, that probably have things that they can be canceled for themselves. So that's why cancel culture can be strange. It's very hypocritical. When Mithras says, let's leave the sight of these prejudiced eyes, baby, let's drive away. Honestly, I feel like he's talking about how people judge him for being a Korean rapper. Mithras says, even if I lose my way, as long as I arrive at you, it's alright. That makes me think that he's also talking about his fans again. Like as long as he has his fans, if he loses his way, it's okay. But like I said, I feel like this song is kind of like a double entendre, where the song can be just pointed at one specific person, and it's about just falling in love as a celebrity. This is pretty dope. Them in the tunnel, black and white aesthetic.
a true crime for me to be without you. What do I do? What do I do? A true crime for me to be without you. What do I do? I'll do anything. It's only us. 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 It's only us.
See, now I could imagine them singing this on stage or performing this on stage and making it about the fans. But I can also see the song just directly applying to our relationship. I think it's genius. And shout out to Myself for the hook. I thought the hook was beautiful. Great hook. The drop is beautiful. Everything about that drop is great. So the next track we got is called Social Distance 16. Oh, this is boom bap. For sure. Let's go.
Turn my mic up. Yeah. Quarantine, we in quarantine. The industry makes me sick and there's no vaccine.
멀쩡한 날 병들게 하니 빌어먹었으니
Ain't nothing new, I've always been social distancing. 난 태생부터 pessimist. 내 열정이 낙관을 대신해. So fuck yeah, I'm making it no matter what, son.
근심과 걱정
내가 자극제 내게 허락된 유일한 drug 먹구름들을 삼키네.
할 말은 많지만 온통 경계와 굴레 때로 말없이 미쳐가
인스트루멘탈 붕괴. It's okay, 적들이 퍼붓는 비 맞을 땐
너와의 mind
그 은혜 배로 내가 풀게. 또 못 견딜 게 뭐 있냐. Can nobody take my life. 고작 죽다 살아난 놈들과 죽고 살아난 나의 차이. 다 영원을 외치지만 10년 지나면 보이 잘 봐. 과연 누가 나만 낫자가. Good riddance and bye-bye.
Woo! That's it? That was a quick verse. He's saying that quarantine isn't anything new to him. Like, he's social distanced for a long time now from being a celebrity. He said, worries and trouble, they're my stimulants, the only drug I've been allowed. I gulp down dark clouds. Got lots to say, but surrounded by boundaries and restraints. Sometimes I go crazy in silence. Instrumental breakdown. He said, when I get rained on by my enemies, Noah's mindset, like Noah from Noah's Ark, Noah's mindset, I'll return double the kindness. Which apparently when he says the word double, it can also mean ship or ark in Korean. So I'll return ark the kindness. Bars. He said, everyone declares immortality, but in 10 years, boy, watch carefully. Who will survive? Goodbye, good riddance, and bye-bye. So Tablo is saying the industry is kind of messed up. Like, you can be in the industry, you can be on top, but where are you going to be in 10 years? You got to work hard. You got to stay working and keep being consistent if you expect yourself to be on top. And you can never make mistakes. So that kind of makes you very distant from others, because if you're this social king and you're out around a bunch of people all the time, you have a bigger chance to say something that can cancel you or just do something that can cancel you. And Tablo's also saying, if you get picked on, if you get messed with, you can't respond in a negative way. You have to respond with double the kindness. Like, he was comparing that to Noah's Ark, like how Noah got rained on and he had to be kind and save the world, you know, save 2 of each animal or whatever. I thought that was really interesting, the way that he compared social distancing to the life that he already has. I thought that was pretty genius. End of the World featuring GSouls.
I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. No one else above me, nobody else you prefer. Cause we got this thing I wanna trust, even if it falls apart. I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. The end of the world.
Ooh.
The end of the world.
I don't believe anything that I see on TV. 박성기 듣기 좋은 말만 떠들지. 쓰디쓴 진실보단 달콤한 거짓이 배를 굴리니까 이빨 까면 죄다 썩었니. I don't need a priest, I need a goddamn law degree. 나에게만 왜 항상 유죄 추정의 원칙이 깜깜한 왜 양심 얼굴 다 블러터린지. 이게 대체 누굴 위한 법인지. 짜고 치는 이 게임 none of us can stop or beat 'em. 손이 굽던 논리가 흔들리게 막 춤을 추게 하는 algorithm. Okay, it's gonna be okay, but that's a lie. 이 세상은 지옥행 burn.
I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. No one else above me, nobody else you prefer.
Epik High, they're really good at these slow tracks. These slow, deep tracks.
I want you to love me like it's the end of the world, end of the world.
심도 못 구해 믿음보다 충만한 의구심. 두 눈과 귀를 닫고 살면서 진실은 묻지. 왜곡된 질문들의 모임이야 맞고 틀림. 소수를 집어삼키는 다수의 불신. 똑같은 죄를 짓더라도 죄값에 무게 각자 달라. 정의는 무릎 비켜가고 부패된 만큼 살아남아. 꿈꾼 만큼 상처받는 것이 당연한 일처럼 가르쳐둔 현실로 미래 가려놨지. 끊임없는 욕망과 이기심이 엉킨 세상. 인간에겐 오직 인간만이 견제 대상. 소통은 고통이 된지 오래 입은 뗄 때마다 손에 눈만 뜨면 펼쳐진 저 색이 말을 보내.
I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. No one else above me, nobody else you prefer, nobody else. We got this thing I wanna trust, even if it falls apart. I want you to love me like it's the end of the world.
So it'd be weird to say, but the ad-libs remind me of Ariana Grande. It sounds like he's talking about a personal relationship, but if I'm taking a guess, he might be talking to the fans. Ooh, so Tablo opens up his verse saying, I don't believe anything that I see on TV. Loudspeakers, they only talk sweet words, since sweet lies are more satiating than bitter truths, revealing the teeth in their all cavities. Sweet lies, like a sweet tooth, and how a sweet tooth would be a cavity. Bro, that is a bar. And also the saying that people lie through their teeth. I think that goes along with that. Why does the principle of presumption of guilt always only apply to me? Why do the offenders have their conscience and faces blurred? Who is this law meant for? It's a fixed game. And I feel that. A lot of these celebrities out here, if somebody says you're guilty of something, it's already, oh, you're guilty before you're innocent. Like, justice, the way that court is designed is that you're supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. But in today's world, it seems like everybody is presumed guilty until proven innocent, which is terrible. That's a very scary world to live in. That somebody can just say you're guilty and everybody believe it before there's ever a court of law or before there's ever any real evidence. To me, it seems like a jealous thing. Like, people are jealous of somebody else's money and their success, so they'd rather believe somebody is guilty to make themselves feel better rather than trying to truly understand if somebody's guilty or innocent. Tablo saying he needs a damn law degree just for him to be famous. And I get what you're saying, bro. Unless you're a good speaker and a good talker and can really prove that you're innocent, people are still going to believe that you're guilty. And I feel like this verse can be applied to Tablo's scandal that he went through, because he says how there was a presumption of guilt that applies to him, which happened to him. Like, people presumed that he actually didn't go to Stanford just from some crazy accusations. And he had to explain himself and get proof that he went to Stanford for no reason, really. Like, he should have never had these accusations that he never went to Stanford. And then he ends the verse on "the road's headed for hell, burn," which I feel like can be applied to GSouls' chorus where he says, "like it's the end of the world."
I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. No one else above me, nobody else you prefer. Cause we got this thing I wanna trust, even if it falls apart. I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. The end of the world. The end of the world.
Where the bass came in. I like that.
Believe anything that I see on TV. 박성기 듣기 좋은 말만 떠들지. 쓰디 쓴 진실보단 달콤한 거짓이 배를 굴리니까 이빨 까면 죄다 썩었니. I don't need a priest, I need a goddamn law degree. 나에만 왜 항상 유죄 추정의 원칙이. 달자만 왜 양심 얼굴 다 블러터린지. 이게 대체 누굴 위한 법인지. 짜고 치는 이 게임 none of us can stop or beat 'em. 손이 굽던 논리가 흔들리게 막 춤을 추게 하는 algorithm. Okay, it's gonna be okay, but that's a lie. 이 세상은 지옥 can't burn.
I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. No one else above me, nobody else you prefer. Cause we got this thing I wanna trust, even if it falls apart. I want you to love me like it's the end of the world, end of the world.
So Mithras in this verse is talking about the corruption that comes with money and how people want the truth, but we live with our eyes and ears closed. Like, we can't really get to the truth. The only truth that we have revealed to us is through the media, and the media lies. So it's like, it's hard to really understand what the truth can be. And Mithras talks about how even the same sin is worth different weights and price. Justice eludes wealth. So if you're more wealthy, you're more likely to get away with something. Then Mithras talks about how if you're more corrupt, you're more likely to survive. Like, if you fall in line and just take orders and accept that life can be corrupt, then you're more likely to survive. And then Mithras goes on to make some intelligent statements which can be looked at as questions in a way. Like Mithras says, they teach as if it's only natural to be hurt as much as you dreamed. Like, it's totally normal to have your dreams crushed. He's saying the world is where endless greed and selfishness intertwine, and humans only need to hold other humans in check. Which is very true, because if you look at history, there was a time when humans had less morals, and it was okay, because the only thing that can keep humans in check are other humans. And then Mithras talks about how every time he opens his mouth, he loses some. So basically, he's held to a high standard that's impossible to meet. And he needs to watch what he says, or else he's going to get canceled. He can't be just a normal person with normal opinions. If he has an opinion that a majority would disagree with, then he's going to get canceled. And then the last line he has is, whenever I open my eyes, I see the end of a century stretched before me. So what I think he's trying to say is that the world is forever changing, and it's hard to conform and to be right in a world that is forever changing, because the morals that we have today can be changed within a few years, within a century for sure. I mean, if you look back a century ago, the morals that they had back then are pretty different from the morals that we have now. I think he might also be addressing the fact that he has an immense amount of pressure on him, and that there's an end of a century stretched before him, as in his world can be ended just from a certain sequence of words.
살면서 진실은 묻지 왜곡된 질문들의 모임이야 맞고 틀림 소수를 집어삼키는 다수의 불신 똑같은 죄를 짓더라도 죄값에 무게값이 달라 정의는 불을 비켜가고 부패된 만큼 살아남아 꿈꾼 만큼 상처받는 것이 당연한 일처럼 가르쳐둔 현실로 미래를 가려놨지 끊임없는 욕망과 이기심이 엉킨 세상 인간에겐 오직 인간만이 견제 대상 소통은 고통이 된 지 오래 입은 뗄 때마다 손에 눈만 뜨면 펼쳐진 저색이 말을 보내
I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. No one else above me.
This is pretty solid.
Nobody else you prefer.
You hear the bass and the freaking vocals.
Even if it falls apart, I want you to love me like it's the end of the world. The end of the world.
I don't know why when I hear this guy GSouls sing, I think about Ariana Grande. I think it has to do with his ad-libs.
Till the end of the world.
The piano and the bass mixed with that background sound. Okay, that was pretty dope, man. I think that song is well put together, from the vocals, the beat, to the verses and the lyrical ability of both Tablo and Mithras. And it seems like the song's about how they want the fans to love them, like it's the end of the world, and they just want the fans' trust. And they have anxiety that their fans are gonna turn their backs on them if they make any sort of mistake. Like Mithras said, justice eludes wealth. So even if they got into some legal trouble and the court says that they're innocent, there are gonna be some people out there that say, oh no, this person is still guilty. This person paid off some people. That's why they got the innocent verdict. It's not because they're actually innocent. So to me, this song's about how Tablo and Mithras have an anxiety to always portray themselves as absolutely innocent. I mean, Tablo already has a scandal where people accused him of faking going to Stanford, where he actually went. And he actually went to Stanford and had to show his transcript, and even had police officers tell the media that he actually went to Stanford. Alright, so the last track here is called Wish You Were. The bass with the low tone piano.
Been a long time. For the last few years it's been pouring rain, so I've been a stay-home dad. My daughter saw the pain and whispered, stay home, dad. And people's take on that is that I'm washed up. Well, dear, all my peers are drowning in their past, so I'd rather be right here.
All my peers are drowning in their past, so I'd rather be washed up. Oh my God.
Wish you were.
Ooh, okay. So let's check out the lyrics to that. So Tablo opens his verse saying, "For the last few years it's been pouring rain, so I've been a stay-at-home dad." So I think he's saying that the last few years have been tough. I'm not exactly sure why. If you guys have some insight for me about Epik High and as to why the last few years have been tough for them, please let me know down below. I mean, I know that they've left YG, but other than that, I don't really know what else has been really tough for them. And then he said, "My daughter saw the pain and whispered, 'Stay home, Dad.' And people take on that is that I'm washed up." So he's saying he stayed home because his daughter wanted him to. So Tablo's just been focusing on being a good father, being a good dad. And he's saying that people take his absence from the game, his absence of making music, as he's washed up. But really, he's just focusing on something else rather than music. He's focusing on his daughter and making his daughter happy. And he knows that if he's unhappy, his daughter's unhappy. And then he said, "All my peers are drowning in their past, so I'd rather be," and then the whispers, "washed up." And he says, "right here." So he's saying that a lot of people from his era want to live in the past. They have the best of times behind them. And he's saying that he doesn't want to live like that. He doesn't want to focus on how, oh, he could have done better in the past, or how his past was better than it is right now, or something like that. He's saying that all of his peers are doing that, but he's not. He's rather living life right now in the moment with his daughter, and he'd rather be right here with his daughter than having a bunch of depression and anxiety about his past. And then he ends it on "wish you were," and I think he's talking to his peers and saying that, "I wish you guys weren't focusing on your past and having all of this depression and anxiety about your past and feeling like you passed your prime and feeling bad about it." This is a really dope album, from the production to the lyrical ability of these guys. I love Lesson Zero, love Rosario, based on a true story track. Acceptance Speech was good. A lot of slow tracks in this album, a lot of slower ones. And I don't know if that's Epik High's thing or not, because this is the first time that I've broken down an entire album by Epik High, but I really enjoyed it. I think Tablo and Mithras can really nail a sad but intelligent song. Like a song that's addressing real issues that kind of make you sad, you know? I really love the genuity of this album and how a lot of these songs can be applied to their personal lives. You know, especially this last song right here can definitely be applied to Tablo's personal life. He talks about his daughter. I think my favorite track that I learned today was Lesson Zero, but I highly enjoyed the rest of the tracks. And probably Self-Defense. In Self-Defense, that was a really good track. All those new guys that I heard, Changmo, his last verse right there, that was really fire. And True Crime is really good. But each of them were good. I'm definitely going to take a look at this entire album some more. So, you know, my favorite is going to fluctuate. But with all of the songs that I know in mind, Rosario, however you want to say it, it's definitely my favorite at the moment. It's just a banger. Just got that great, like, I don't give a fuck vibe, and I'm totally with that. Now that's it for Epik High is here. You guys let me know what's next for me to react to by Epik High. I definitely want to react to their Mama performance where they're dressed up as freaking Batman villains. That's coming. And anything else by Epik High, I know that they have a lot of albums, so you guys let me know which album I should react to, which one is your favorite. I will say, since this album is called Epik High is Here Part 1, that he's definitely got to release Part 2 soon, right? Part 2 has to be probably by the end of this year. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm wondering, since this song contained a lot of slower tracks, if maybe part 2 is going to contain a lot of hype tracks. I don't know. But as soon as that comes out, I'm gonna be on it. So if you guys like this video, I highly appreciate if you like this video. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you click subscribe to become part of the clique, because more Epik High is on the way, more K-hip-hop is on the way, more K-pop is on the way. You guys just let me know what's next down below. You stay classy. CriTiC out.